Bitexco Financial Tower. They have a skydeck from where we can observe the city in all its grandeur. So let's go. Here we are at the Saigon Skydeck. So that cost me 240,000 Vietnamese dong, which is approximately around 800 rupees or 10 USDs. The chaotic traffic in Vietnam is not the only thing Indians have in common with Vietnam. It's also the national flower, the lotus. There's another look at the lotus, and in the distance is the Ho Chi Minh statue. In the backdrop is, I think, a government administrative building of some sort with the national flag on top, the national flag of Vietnam. I'm standing here at the Notre Dame Cathedral in Saigon, but it seems to be under some sort of construction or repair. But not to be disappointed, right next to it, on its left, is the old post office where I would head to, which is also a very famous building. I think it was built in the 1860s, if I'm not mistaken, and it is another iconic place in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. Let's see what there is to see at the old post office. Bui Vien. Lots of shops selling postcards, souvenirs, SIM cards if you just arrived. That's a grand portrait of President Ho Chi Minh. And those are the post office counters. If it's possible, I would like to buy chopsticks somewhere. I know that's not the usual kind of souvenir they sell at places, but for me that would be it, and I would actually use it. Look what I found. Chopsticks. Just after I said it, I found it. Hi, can I go inside? I needed chopsticks. Yeah. Set of 2. Yes. How much?
50.
Okay.
We have many colors. Which color you want? We have many colors.
I think this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. 50,000?
Yes.
50,000 Vietnamese dongs for a pair of chopsticks.
Thank you.
Thank you. 2 pairs actually. Yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. I know I've overpaid, but I wanted these. Oh, how much I would love to have one of these boats, but they're going to be so expensive and also almost impossible to carry without breaking them. At least that's what I'm afraid of. So no boats for me now. Maybe some other day, some other time. Apart from the chopsticks that I already have, maybe a magnet. So I'm getting myself these 2 magnets. They're 25,000 each, approximately €1 and 180 rupees for 2, so €2. There you go. Thank you. I have my 2 magnets and 2 sets of chopsticks that I'm going to use to practice eating a chopstick because I'm so horrible with it. So the next time I come back to Vietnam or go to any other Asian country, pretty much, I don't embarrass myself. That was the post office, aka souvenir shop. I forget the name, but it's something to do with books. The Book Street? I don't know. I'm gonna Google what it's called. Yes, it is the Ho Chi Minh Book Street. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Seems like it's a much cleaner and organized version of Kolkata's College Street. I know it's not really, but it's just a joke. So people of Vietnam, don't get offended if you Google what College Street in Kolkata is. But basically bookshops on both sides. And that's a creative bookstore. It's inside a bus. Not a real bus, but you know what I mean. Some books. Some more books, I should say. Pretty much all in Vietnamese. You will find some bookstores selling international bestsellers, but most of them, they are in Vietnamese. Harry Potter in Vietnamese. It's a random couple on a photo shoot, video shoot. Zen Books 24 hours. Is it open 24 hours? That's a little extreme for books. Lots of bookstores. really beautiful street, to be honest. It's so organized and so clean, relatively. Because the only real book street I know is the College Street in Kolkata, and yeah, you need to be there to know how it is. Why I'm so impressed by this one. Anyway, motorbikes are by far the most popular way of transport here. And you can see why. If there were as many cars as there are motorbikes, the transport system would stop functioning pretty much. We're at the Thanh Market, and I can tell you already it's going to be massively crowded. Sometimes it does. Lots of clothing shops. I am actually looking for something there. I don't know what it's called, but it is some sort of a dress that my sister requested. She sent me a picture. I have no idea what it's called. I have asked a couple of Vietnamese women. They don't know what it's called, but I'm hoping I can find it here. They pretty much sell everything here. Like, I can see nuts, coffee, tea, fresh fruits. So yeah, they do have quite the diversity in terms of what they sell. We are now headed to Bui Vien Street in Saigon, and it is famous street. What is it famous for? You'll find out. The Bui Vien Walking Street. Apparently people are allowed to take their motorbikes. Neon lights flashing left, right, and center. From what I've heard, this place gets quite crazy later in the night. It's currently just around 6:30 p.m. so it's not that crazy. It just barely got dark, so I think the party's just going to get started. It's just getting started. From these clubs, they keep soliciting you to have just one beer at their place, at their club, but you know, never just one. Once you start drinking, they have a way to keep you in.